possessed all those things at age 20 as compared to age 30.
Well, 30, like I said, I think there's a sophistication level to that. I think.
Yeah, but I'm talking about looks.
No, but even in looks.
What he's asking, hang on, what he's asking specifically, I just want to make sure that this is totally clear. When he says all else equal, what he's saying is, all the surgery that you have, whatever you have.
I don't have any surgery
all the
at
filler, hang on, all the fillers you have, whatever you have, and I'm not accusing anybody of having it or not having it, but whatever those things are, whatever your beauty regimen currently is, however it is that you're taking care of yourself now versus you at 20, that's what all else equal is. That means whatever you're doing now, if it was being done at 20, would you have been prettier at 20 than you are now?
Personally, at 20 to now.
She's 24, so
I'm 24.
So 34 to 24.
Like, wait.
I would say
24 years.
I would say equal or more, like, because I like I said, there's a maturity in your appearance, not just your way of being, your appearance itself.
Yeah, but wouldn't that, if maturity was a factor in terms of determining physical attractiveness, wouldn't then people who are 55, 65, 75, wouldn't they be the most physically attractive?
Well, I think it's different from when I was 20 years old, I had a baby face and I looked like people thought I was like 15. So I think there's a difference, like the way that people grow into their bodies.
So you no longer have a baby face?
Maybe, I don't know.
So what's going to change? So you're 24, but you said you'll be more physically attractive at 34. What?
Well,
it's not going to be a baby face if you've already lost it.
No, for example, it's like if you have, on a society's perspective, like fat in your cheeks or whatever, the older you get, the more your jaw the fat slims out of your cheeks, the more your nose becomes pronounced, the way that is defined, the way your face looks is completely different. Jaw structure, bone structure, cheek structure is different.
Can I ask a question? Is it also about the experience that you gain from that point to 34 that makes you hold yourself physically in a different demeanor?
That's what I was trying to say in the beginning. But then,
the experience that you have from 24 to 34, life experience, makes you hold yourself different when you're walking through life.
You mean like more bodies?
No.
Not bodies. I'm talking about life experience. I'm talking about tragedies and the ups and the downs of life.
Wisdom
and baggage?
No, we're not talking about
wisdom, Brian.
Why are you going so negative?
That's what life experience is. It doesn't.
I'm so sorry that has been your life experience.
That's not what I said.
Okay, hang on. I'm actually willing to engage in this because I'm curious about this myself. When you say life experience, absent baggage, what the fuck does that mean? I actually do want to know.
Wins, times that you have been very accomplished, like times that make you feel
Isn't
worthy.
Accomplishment usually in the face of adversity? Isn't that what we consider accomplishments? For instance, if for instance you beat somebody in the race because you trained really hard, or you were facing some type of adversity to yourself, you overcame it, that's the W. How does that not come with baggage? How does that not come with making enemies? How does that not come with sexual partners? How does that not come with that?
So with the first part, I agree. The sexual partner part, I think it's different. But I'm gonna talk about the first part right before you said sexual partner part. Okay. So in regards to that, I would say, like you said, the accomplishment comes with baggage, right?
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying there, 100%. But when you are older, you're able to, I'm going to throw a term out here, you're probably not going to like it, alchemize that, turn that darkness into light within yourself.
I mean, I don't mind you using the term, but I'm not sure in the context that you're using it, I know what it means. Can you just really quickly define alchemize for me?
So, and I'm using it in the spiritual sense.
What does it mean?
Turning one thing into another. Like turning iron into gold, like something like that. So turning your darkness,
which is what
baggage.
Alchemy was, the ability to turn non-precious metals into precious metals.
Exactly,
but anyway, go ahead.
Exactly. So turning your perceived baggage into a lighter part of yourself. So the older you get, doesn't mean you have baggage. Yeah, you might have had traumatic experience, but that doesn't mean you have trauma.
Wait,
now, let me give you a very quick counter. You do realize when you use the term alchemize, and I love the fact that you use that term. Has anybody ever successfully been able to turn, hang on, has anybody ever successfully been able to turn non-precious metals into gold?
I love this because I had
answer the question.
I said no. Because I had this conversation with my boyfriend.
Why should I believe that you can alchemize your trauma and your baggage into something good when the very definition of the word that you're using is the transmutation of non-precious metals into gold, which has never been done? Man, you really did yourself in on that one.
Andrew, that is not. I'm using it in the spiritual context. I am not using it in the physical, and you know that.
Yeah, I mean, but even in the spiritual, it would be the same, right? In the spirit, even in the spiritual context, nobody's ever spiritually been able to take any. In this case, let's say a precious emotion. Let's just say a precious emotion, and turn that emotion into something else without some baggage from it. How does that even work?
No, I got what you're saying in the beginning, but at the end you lost me. I'm sorry.
Well, okay, so if you have an emotion, and you turn it into a different emotion, how does it come with no baggage?
No,
even the process of doing that is going to be adversity, right?
No, because that's like healing a part of yourself. It would be healing that part of yourself, the baggage that is there, right?
So something needed to be healed?
Not necessarily, but if it's...
Well, then how are you healing a part of yourself?
So here's
what do you mean?
Because then you could... The reason why it's overlapping like this is because I'm trying to explain multiple, like, spiritual knowings into one, where you could go into like the deepest one and be like, oh yeah, everything is perfect, there is no need to be healed. You're perfect.
Look, I love the esoteric.
But
the
esoteric
is a lot of fun for me to discuss.
And healing yourself in this context, turn your baggage into light.
Yes.
Can
I say something to that too?
Hold on. I got to get this back on the fucking rails.
All right.
I got to get this back on the rails. This had to do with looks, and she was saying that by going through experiences and trauma, that this would somehow manifest itself in you carrying yourself.
You brought up the baggage.
You were the one who
literally brought that up.
I didn't say
you
that.
said, but you brought
no, one of you brought up, well, as you get older, you get more experiences, and then you carry yourself differently. Ergo, your physical outward appearance is somehow improved through your experiences, which would also include your trauma and baggage, as well as your good experiences where you're going to fucking Cancun or whatever the fuck people do for your good experiences. I don't know. Articulate to me how even your good experiences will make you look better.
It's the way you carry yourself. That's the only way you can say it.
With good experiences, like going to Cancun and being able to afford the trip on your own and making that money at a different age, and you're like, oh my god, it's so accomplished.
I can just make a counter argument and say just as many people as you go through life, you tend to start accruing certain traumas and heartbreaks and baggage. Let me ask you guys a question. Do people typically get more or less jaded as they get older?
More jaded.
So would they then carry more tension in their body?
Yes.
Perhaps, and here's another question. Do people's posture as they age tend to get better or worse?
Worse.
Okay, so then I can just reverse this whole argument of over time, your outward physical appearance is going to get worse because people tend to hold themselves in worse ways, either through being jaded, they carry more tension in their body. That's going to manifest itself in stress. Like you'll see that in people's faces. If they've had a lot of stress in their life, they're going to get wrinkles, hair's going to go gray, they're going to lose their hair, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then people's posture tends to get poorer and poorer and poorer as they get older.
I like what you said about eating healthy, taking care of yourself. Like if you're doing all those type of things, working out, stretching, eating the best, whatever the fuck, that's definitely gonna make a difference. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think that the original conversation of from 24 to 34, you gain a lot of life experience that makes you feel confident on who you are. And that's how you walk through life. You walk more confident.
Think, but like, okay, just in terms of what men find attractive in general, beyond just physical appearance, do you think men care about
I think actually men get scared of women that have that confidence. I think that after 30, it's a lot harder to date because you're confident. And if you're single with no kids,
so you're saying
different.
Women are more off-putting the older they get?
Off-putting.
Well, you said men get scared.
Yeah, they do. They get more intimidated. They're like, I can't afford this girl. You know, at 30 with no kids and living and taking
30
care of
30 with kids.
But I'm talking about 30 with no kids. There's a difference.
But you said that men are attracted to women's experience.
It's tough out here.
I didn't say that guys were attracted to experience of women.
It's because like women aren't as
men are
younger.
attracted to
You're more
confidence.
like naive. You're
You think
more
men are attracted
easy
to
to
confidence?
manipulate.
Yes.
Men don't care about your confidence at all.
I would say
I could debate
Well, that's
that.
something
That's
new
not
to
they
true.
care about.
That's something new to me.
You think men like insecure
I
women?
didn't know that.
Brian, what do men care about?
Usually guys
Brian,
are really attracted to
what
me
do men
because
Move your mic to this way. And
Fucking animals.
I feel like I attract guys that have a lot of confidence and just
what does that have to do with what they're attracted
Well,
to?
I'm saying they're gonna be attracted to somebody else that has a lot of confidence.
I don't see how that follows.
Wait.
I feel like guys like confidence.